So, a portrait. Now, she is a very beautiful, obviously beautiful girl. Now, the difficulty with portrait is that you need to get the likeness. Likeness is everything on a portrait. But before we go on,
Should we start with something else?
good point. But I know that most of you love portraits. So okay. First of all, and I will throw a little bit with that portrait, the Loomis method. Loomis, we spoke about this. 1960s, 50s, I think it was that he created an amazing book about how to start a portrait, and it works always almost perfectly. Now, a circle of the face, which is a circle of the face, will be like this, a circle. Now, look what I'm doing. A bit of dark from the charcoal and do a circle like this. Now, this is an approximate circle, yes? So you do a circle, and this is where I've done a circle here to show you where I'm actually going. It encompasses the face and a little bit of the hair here. And then you have the middle of the circle. Actually, it's a straight line, but I'm bending it because I have the eyebrows which are bended. Now, Loomis as well, what he does, he creates another side of the circle, which is basically this plane of the head, this side of the head. So the circle symbolizes the head, obviously, but this side symbolizes the planes. So it's a bit like cutting it. Do you remember, you can make a dough and then cut the sides, and it will be pretty much the cranius, but the brain up to the nose. Now what you do, Loomis, what he does, he drops down that line, which is the line of the jaw to the chin, and then what he does, he creates another line there, and this is his cranius construction, let's say. This is the eyebrow line, and I've noticed, because when I've done the circle, you can see that the circle goes right on the top part of the on the top lip, upper lip, obviously, and then the nose is just in between that line. And now you might say, well, are these lines accurate? Well, we have to fix them. We have to work them on us here. So you have the line for the. We have to find if these are accurate or not. We do a line for the nose. You have a line for the eyebrow, as I've done the eyebrow here. Now the eye is an approximate. Well, we have the eye cavity, but also we have the eye itself, which is here. Eye. And this line, which is inside the circle, on that side of the plane, I have that line, which is. Now, I did edit the photo because the photo is not as dark. She's not dark here, but to make it easy for us, I've overexposed the dark, so it's a lot darker here. But that helps us to shape the face. So what I'm doing now is this one here. See that scale here, and then the dark here, and then you have the dark of the chin, and then you have another line, which is well within the circle. So the line there, it's there. So that the circle is there. That's why I've left it there. The circle is there, and that line of the hair is right here. And her hair picks up there. So you see, the hair peaks at this point. And what I mean peak is that the hair touches the circle at this point. Not there, not in the middle of the circle, more to the right here. And then you have the hair coming down. The nose here, and you have the hair, another line, which is an angle, not line, an angle that I have it here. Then, and this is what I was saying, it peaks up here, and then you have the hair down here, and you have a lot of that lump of hair, and quite dark hair, or darker, not quite dark, darker, the shadow between the hair and there. And the neck and all this area, squint your eyes and you will see that it's a kind of a darker tonal violet. And then you have darker for the hair, and I would go a little bit darker all around here. I'm darkening all that area here. This is where the...
I just imagine if we do that.
yeah. Oh, I mean darker. Yeah. But trust me, because this area here is where the blood flow. On the forehead, you never have red cheeks. When you say red cheeks are here, here. Now you have blood flow on the eyes, you have blood flow on the lips, because that's where the capillaries are. Capillaries?
Capillaries.
Capillaries. That's the term in English. Capillaries all here. Here, it's always lighter because there's no capillaries there. Well, they are, but they're not as much as. Yeah.
It's quite close to the bone.
Quite close to the bone, exactly. So that's why it's not dark because of the hair, because of the blood capillaries. So it's always lighter. So I'm darkening that on purpose, and also that gives me a dark background where I can now develop the eyes, the mouth, and the nose. Okay, so I'm leaving that light. Whilst I've darkened that, I could darken the hair around here. And so what I'm actually doing, it's the outline of the whole face. Without realizing I'm actually doing the outline. So the outline of the whole head, not face, head. There. And that dark, that light area here, and the neck here. And within those darks now I can come and do, look, it's much easier, or it's softer, it's not easy, it's just softer to bring up the eyes here. Then dark eyebrow, bag under the eye. You got the nose, that's where my circle is. The nose is between the circle and the upper lip. So the nose is here. Got the nose here, and you got the mouth, which is a vertical. Where the mouth is, it's there, it's here, in the middle, or it's more there. I would say it's more towards that area on the right. So you go a vertical line from the eye, vertical line from the eye, drop it here, and this is where the mouth, where the edge of the mouth is. And you got the dark, and this edge of the mouth on the other side is where the nose stops here. So there. This is where she's smiling, and you got the nose a little bit darker to raise the value, raise the shadow, and the eye is just the eye. Look, if you see the eye, it's kind of a eye cavity. It's a dark area here. Look there, and you got the eyebrow, and you got the hair. If you have any questions, please ask. Yes, right? Because we need challenging here. Not what I'm. Please ask why we're doing this. Although I'm trying to make it clearer, but it's good to ask. Look. Now you can bring up the cheeks without even not using the patty. Yes. Sorry, Michelle.
Just softening it, really. Just softening it, aren't you?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Softening. Yes. Yes. Softening this area, and then you have a triangular shape here, which is this one here. So what I'm actually doing is that instead of working with the eyes, which all your brain says that do the eyes, do the nose, do the mouth. No, hold on. It's a bit like, hold on, you're not ready yet. It's like the army. Hold on the army and then attack. So until they come to the range and then attack. So now they are in range because I have the big shadows, big shapes. Now I can attack inverted commas. Now I can work on the features. There. Ute, you okay? Yeah.
Cough attack.
Cough, yeah. I do have it sometimes, don't worry. And then a little bit, and darker eyebrow, darker the eyes. Now, bear with me. I'll work a little bit more on that because you will always want to work on the likeness. So I'll concentrate a little bit more this time on the likeness. So, no, she looks a lot older on me. So, but yeah, let's work a little bit that. So that is to make her look younger. I need to soften those edges. Soften the edges, and obviously working on or increasing some darks on the nose, like for instance here, but then soften this one here. Yeah, so although they are there, but as I said, I've increased the darks just to make a point, to make it easy for us to see where the shadows are. So there you are. And then lighter here, smiling. Lighter here, lighter on that side of the cheek. And then darker shadow here, darker. And then this part of the hair. Here. And that triangular shape that I said earlier on, this is a dark, shadowy area. And that's where the hair, so emphasizing again the hair here, and what I see mostly emphasized is actually that line there. It's a very, very dark line. But not to forget, she's blonde as well, so I don't want to go too dark. I'll go dark now, but I'll keep in mind that she's quite light hair, so not too dark here. So again, to look after the likeness, or to create the likeness, or get closer to the likeness, is to again sort out the outline of the head. You see, okay, and that nose apparently, because I had a straight line, but actually, if you see the angle of the nose, it's not a vertical line angle like this, vertical line. It's a line which goes bends towards the right. There. And a shadow. That eyebrow is at the same height, the same horizontal line there. There. Hair itself. Not to look like spaghetti hair, so let's put it a little bit more like that. You see, I'm moving the head on that side because that's what she looks. She's got a little bit of a tilt onto her left. So I'm trying to get that. But again, it's a bit harder, so I need to go every now and then to do that. And here as well, which is the chin, you have that there. So the chin should move more to the left, a little bit more pointy, like this. And like that, and connect those two lines, give that triangular shape a little bit more of a triangle, like this, and softly move it to the left. And then you got the hair, which comes, the movement of the hair is like this, so it comes from downwards, upwards, like this. Huh? Do you see that he's taking shape? Maybe not likeness at the moment, but it's taking the shape of the tilted head. And you see how that works. You see how it didn't work on that area at all. So it's much, well, it's a correct way to tackle shapes. And also with that in mind, with the shapes in mind, you then again do the outline of the head like I did, or the shape of the head, not the outline. Well, the outline and the shape, that's the most. And then within those areas, within those lines, you can now start come and do and tackle the likeness. Let's go a little bit on the hair. It's very light here. Putty rubber, and then soften those. There. Now here I can come now and do a little bit of highlights. And look, that connects with the top of the nose. Tip top of the nose. Tip and the top of the nose, both there. The teeth. Do you remember the teeth? We said the teeth. Very difficult, especially on a drawing. Now I would deal with them in a very abrupt, like. Thank you. I will. She's got a tilt, which I didn't now. I'm noticing even more now that I'm looking at the teeth. It's a tilt of that sort. So the lip is actually moving or comes from a higher point here and goes lower there. Did you notice that? Look,
Yeah.
the mouth moves. Obviously, I should have thought of that, because if the head moves, the mouth follows. Everything follows. All the features follow. And then you have that highlight and a little bit of. I'm exaggerating the lower lip because it's not as dark as that, but just to make a point for us. And now a little bit of a middle tone here. Needle down here, and that emphasizes the chin moving forward. Put on the value there, and with the teeth, take the putty rubber. Before I do anything, clean the putty rubber like this. So get the light, because it's just too dark, and obviously I'm touching it with a willow charcoal, and it's getting darker and darker and darker. So now highlight it, or sorry, warm it up, brighten it, and there you have it. Do not work on the individual teeth. Do not do lines. Never ever do lines. Although you can see that they're there, but just don't do them. It works on the picture, but doesn't work on the drawing. And God, I need to fix that eye because it looks like she's missing this eye badly. So let's go on that. I know you want to draw now, don't you? You want to continue with drawing. Okay, and then now is to highlight the white of the eye and some highlights here on the chin. Sorry, on the cheek here, and then highlight here, highlight on the chin down here. See that you're giving her, you see that he's creating a smile?
It's pretty good likeness, really.
It's not bad,
I
it's
think
pretty good.
that's.
Is
It's
it?
pretty close.
It is pretty close.
Oh, thank you,
It is.
thank you. It's very hard to do that,
Yeah.
trust me, because I'm looking at an angle and obviously everything is distorted, but I have to keep an eye, and then obviously making and softening now, softening all these, look, with a putty rubber. So putty rubber is just, it's a drawing tool, it's not rubbing out things.
Yeah.
Except in my case,
I'm joking. It's like on the class, you pick to some student. But I know I'm exaggerating
The
now.
forehead and the cheeks are about the same hue, aren't
The
they? or
forehead and the
whatever?
cheek, the forehead and the
Yeah.
cheek. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
So,
you're
would you-
right.
so would you lighten that?
I would lighten it, but still they're not exactly the same.
No, they're not.
exactly
That
the
is
same. No,
exactly.
because when just remind yourself, when you are in a very cold weather and you walk into the class, you come into to the class here. When you come, you're in first enter, you are red here, red on the nose,
Yes.
red on the cheek, red everywhere. That's because again, capillaries are very, very close to the cheek.
Yeah.
So even though it might look light, just don't do it light.
No.
Don't do it as light
Okay.
as that. So do it, keep it, yes, keep it a little bit darker because it's better for you. It works better.
Yeah.
And then look, so yes, lighter, but not as bright as that.
I'm leaving.
Are
you?
You're not feeling great.
No, I mean, as soon as I'm closed,
It feels
not
worse.
feels worse.
I'm sorry.
Really?
Oh,
Oh dear.
oh, what a shame.
Oh,
You'll be
Oh
right for
dear.
next
How long have you had
hopefully.
it?
week now.
Oh, wait.
I think there's a lot of colds and
taking,
cough around. You're on it- you're on- yeah.
Oh, you've got to check an infection?
No.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And I thought it would work. I started yesterday.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
bit
give it a
soon
couple-
maybe.
yeah.
Take the picture. You can just
Yeah, take the picture, you can do it at home then.
no excuse.
No,
What
it's
else
So I
do
should
you-
be asking next week. Where
Well, tell-
where is it?
I will release the drawing today because I will upload that.
Thank you.
So you will
I'll-
see. You're not going to miss anything, to be
Good.
honest. In the same sense,
Except our
I miss
company.
you.
except
Our company.
except you're missing our company and the coffee
Yes,
and the coffee
and the coffee and the
Yeah.
coffee.
and some cookies that Nina brought. Yeah.
But it's not. I can't.
No,
If you're-
it's
no.
just so annoying for you.
Sorry.
You nearly
You'll
got
be
there.
alright soon. Not
Yeah.
very soon it'll start to kick in hopefully, I suppose.
Yeah.
Ute,
Yeah,
do you want to come this week? If you get better, you can come on a Thursday.
I try, yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, there's only 3 of us
Huh?
on Thursday, or 4 of us.
With all
Yeah,
the.
come on a
I
Thursday.
can't. I could try on a Thursday. Friday, Saturday.
Thursday morning, Alison is here as well in the morning.
Yeah, I try.
Huh?
Okay.
Jackie will
Sorry,
be here.
girls.
Alright, yeah.
See you
See
soon.
you better. Yeah, bye bye. Bye.
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Tschüss.
Yes. You need to draw two. Obviously.
Yeah, you've got to do two, definitely.
What is that? 2 drawing?
No, just no drawing.
And looking at this, because obviously I need to lighten up that area. So yes, Jane, lighter, but not as light as this,
No.
as that. Yes. So even though, as I said, even though it looks light, and it might, you
Yeah.
know, correctly look light because it's light, but keep it artificially dark, and then look, create that light here that I said earlier on. And I did, as I said, I did darken that on purpose. Did darken it on purpose, but I can lighten it up now to create the lighter skin of it. Look, you see what I'm doing now on purpose? Look what I'm doing. See?
Like a cheekbone.
Like
Yeah.
a cheekbone, and it looks good because it looks like when girls do makeup, they will always darken the cheeks. Most of the time. Well, I mean, I don't know, but I'm guessing now. Better not enter there. And then look at this. And the eye, bring the upper eyelid here, which is light. Okay, light. And the end of the tear duct itself here. And now it's just a matter of working extensively and getting the exact movement of the eye together with the darker what's it called, bag under the eye, yeah? And so again coming back here, lighter here to make it just to make that roundness, but exactly not as bright as that, again not as bright as the forehead. Light in between the cheek, the upper lip and the nose, and light there as well. Again, soften it, lighter but softer, and a little bit less of that round, so a bit more rounded, a bit more like that, a bit more of a straight line, then bended line there, and all this soften up, and down here a bit lighter again, lighter, there. How do you see it?
Yeah, it's very good.
It's good, yeah.
Very good.
Great.
Very, very.
It's hard because again it's that movement which makes it. Now it's just a matter of coming around and doing and trimming it here, getting the movement of the head more correctly, making the hair a bit more voluminous, and getting those blondish hair here. There. Okay, that's a rough, obviously it's a rough sketch, and I will
Pretty damn good.
Pretty
thank
good,
you.
yeah.
Well, that was like an American. Very damn good.
Pretty damn good.
Okay. All right, let me stop. So, let's get back to our beautiful model today. Or tonight. I would use the brush to soften those shadows here. Get rid of those lines and look a bit more, or look after the likeness of the model. And to make it a little bit more stable, is in with a bit of taper. Use a taper here to keep it flat. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, now getting back to the drawing. Working on the eye. Because the eye is the first thing that the viewers will notice, the look. The shadows of the eyelid, and you've got the eyebrow here. It's a bit dark as well, and it's a light area here. Also give it a little bit of a cheek, roundness of the cheek, roundness of the cheek. Highlight onto the upper lip. Again, I've said not to work on the teeth, and I need to be careful to follow that advice. Not working on the lid, on the teeth at all, or minimal working on a as little as you can, basically. Now the mouth is a little bit bigger, wider actually. So wider nose here. Teeth is right under the nose. Okay. And the two front teeth are larger, longer. That's a little bit better. Then you go to highlight on the lower lip. Bit of a lighter tone here on the cheek. So the chin. And upper lip. Use the putty rubber to rub the highlight of the hair. And this eye, it's a bit too further away, so closer to the other eye, and get the same line, same horizontal line as the other eye here. And then you have the eyebrow. But, as I've said at the beginning, don't want to put too much attention on this because it's an eye which is inside or within a shadowy area. Rounded form of the nose. That end of the lip is right under the eye, so it's right here. Darker tone of value of the upper lip. And lower eyelid, the shine on the eye. Shape the putty onto a very, very thin line, so I can work it on a little bit of highlight here for the eye, which is inside the shadow, as I said earlier on. Upper eyelid and the cheekbone. Round form. Highlight of the upper lip. Rounded form for the cheek, or at least a softer highlight, soft highlight, not too dark. A distance between the eyebrows, more than what I've done here. And highlight of her blonde hair. It's a bit less darker than what I've done there. Then you have a little bit thinner here, so it turns the head that way, and a tonal value, dark tonal value, just under the eye. There. And that darker shade, which creates a, need to keep that light. Again, it's a darker tonal value anyway. And different putty rubber. Some highlight, and they're always, the highlights are where the darker shadows meet the cheeks. So highlight right here in that area. To create a fleshier lip right here. Lighter nostril, a little bit lighter. Softer. Softer lines for the nose. Shaping the putty for this, shaping the putty to the shape of the nose. Highlight, a little bit lighter under this eye, her right eye. Just to be careful not to lighten, not to brighten it too much. Okay. And that teeth is slightly brighter what I've actually done here. Slightly brighter. There. And some highlights on the lower part of the teeth. A bit brighter here, some other highlights right here. Highlight here to make it more, even more smilier. Now a little bit softer tonal value here on the neck. And create that soft hair which connects the forehead to the masses of hair here. I'm brightening more than I should actually here, but again, she's a light, well, almost blondish hair. Sharpening my charcoal. Instead of using sandpaper, I'm using actually the charcoal here. I don't have to use sandpaper. I need to sharpen it to make it edgy, so I can use actually, whilst I'm sharpening, I can use the charcoal where it's needed. So darker here, darker. darker here, just to emphasize shape of the face. A little bit of a darker tone. Eyebrow, which is a bit lower. There, there. And a darker tone of value on the lower part of the teeth. Darker, although she's got very thin lip, upper lip. I'll make it thin, I'll keep it thin, but I'm actually emphasizing it. Maybe more than it's needed, but it's there to create. I'm getting a little bit further away from her likeness in the sense that I'm changing the lips a little bit more, but at the end of the day, you don't have to keep 100% at the likeness. And actually that might even influence the likeness itself. She could look cooler in the sense of thicker lips, upper lips, cooler face, cooler look. I'm not disputing the beauty here, but I'm just changing it for my or to my likeness. Eyebrow, things a bit higher than that. It's almost at the same horizontal lines, a bit further up. Eyebrow and line of the eyebrow and the upper eyelid. There. Sharpen my charcoal right here. Round it. Face. And a little bit darker here. And some softer tones here. There. And I can unify those tones. They don't have to be separated in the sense that the viewer's attention will be on the look. And shorter nose. I think I need to shorten a little bit more the nose. Eyebrow. Highlights of the hair and the forehead. Brighter here. I'm trying to keep the brush, or sorry, the putty, as little as possible, to use very few strokes here to create that blondish look. And kind of dynamic brush strokes too. Also. There you go. Clean my things here so that I can use that to brighten up the cheek. Bring back a little bit of darker tone and value. Unify that. Darker tone of value, unify it. And re-emphasis on the chin. I think that will bring the chin forward, forward. So, also, because those lines are still on the top of the figure portrait. The Loomis circle, and I don't need them now. But also, I want to keep that area as soft as possible. So into the shadows. I might change my mind, but for the time being, I think into the shadows would be good. So it pushes that area further back. So then I can give that, or you can give that to that shadowy, see? That shadowy middle tone, which culminates right at this area of the cheek and enters the nose too. Bear with me, I know, don't worry. Yes, it's getting onto the nose, but that's on purpose. This is where the blood flows. We've said that on the beginning. A bit darker here, a bit darker, and leave that area lighter on purpose, and also give that beautiful lip here a little bit more of a line, which doesn't actually exist there, but I'm doing it. It's a choice. You could do it too. I think that will help to create that more of a generous smile and a little bit of unifying those darks here. I think that helps. I put strong lines there, but obviously doesn't matter. You can break them with your putty if you like, and you can bring some highlights and blondish highlights here, and a little bit of a neck, maybe a bit light, maybe. Might change my mind, but I think that would be nice to have a little bit of an escape route here, like a lighter tone value there. Blondish hair, lighter hair. Still, I like it, but logic tells me that I need to push them back. So the eyes are concentrated here. Now that eye looks to me a little bit further up too much on the left. So let's push it back then. Sorry, let's push it at the front. Eyebrow. Actually darker eyebrow. Let's make that eye more sparkly. Darker. And this nose still stands a little bit long. So I can restrict it by bringing up that here. And also the tip of the nose, I can make the tip of the nose a little bit higher, so I shorten the nose artificially. So I'm making the tip of the nose further up and then shorten the nose straight away. So instead of putting the tip of the nose highlight down here, I'm putting it up there. And get rid of that abnormality which the putty rubber creates. I get lighter, 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 so the cheek is a bit lighter than what I have it at the moment. And that defines the nose. That shadow defines the nose. Also, I hope, and bring the eyebrow further to the right, a little bit of a darker tone of value. So that darker tone of value, again, works for me. Say, look, do it here, you can see it. It doesn't exist there, but look, if you do it there, it's not a bad thing. It pushes that area further back. There. So that's what I'm doing. I visualized it, and obviously you just have to do it. Visualize it, and then try it. Again, I'm creating more shadow, but it's for the purpose of pushing that area further back. Okay, it's dynamic and a little bit wider mouth, I would say, yes. Bit of a wider mouth. And again, I can work with shadows here as well. Create that little cheek, rounded cheek. And get rid of that. You see that deep, dark deep? I don't know why. It's the putty rubber which creates those abnormalities, but I'm not telling what type of putty rubber I've used. But this what I'm using now is W.H. Smith, which is much better. Softer and a lot more effective and doesn't leave stains, dark stains there. Bring back those longish highlights. Again, some but not all. And some darker highlights, especially here on the eyebrow. A lower eyelid with some dark highlights on that side. I think I need to push that back, that area. It's too much highlight on that, so push it back with a general darker tone of value. And just highlight this cheek cheek. Dark it on the body here. Bit of a sharper smile. It's basically bring the smile a little bit more to the right. A bit exaggerated, but works. If it works, it works. Sharpen the charcoal. Again, highlight on the cheek. That give emphasis on the roundness of her cheek. There. It's a lively smile. Just want to lose the hair here with the background. Make it one with the background. No need to do any, again, that helps on the dynamism of the face. Creates again a more of a smiley and dynamic look. Around the cheek. And I think need to make the nose a tiny bit narrower. Tiny bit narrower. There. There. Highlight here. Darker tone values. I know I'm darkening it a lot more than it is on the original, but again, create more drama, more intensity, which is not a bad thing necessarily. I think I'm working it a little bit more than I need to on that portrait. And then I think it's getting a bit tired now. So let's retire this portrait. It's time to stop pretty soon. So I think it does need a lot more than that. That highlight was too intense. Softer highlight. Upper eyelid and the eyebrow. be careful not to look like moustache here. There. So softer tone value. Few highlights on the chin. I said the correct word. Bit of highlight here, highlight on the chin. A bit rounder, and I can bring, okay, let's do what I see there. So that highlight brings or becomes highlight of the hair, highlight of the chin. It loses the line there and becomes the hair. So let's do, for once, let's do what I'm seeing there. Although I mostly do what I see, but I'm deviating a lot on this portrait. And again, don't want to tire it because it becomes too dark and then it loses freshness. There. And possibly a little bit wider jaw. Getting the shadow here, but it doesn't matter. Just a little bit of emphasis on the jaw because I think it was too narrow. And that distance is bigger there, so I need to push the hair a little bit more to the right here. Don't want to define that, so I leave that open to interpretations. Or I can do the opposite, put highlight there. See what I mean? Doesn't have to be dark. Be light, just the opposite if you see that you see. If it works, it works. Doesn't matter. You're not following what you see. All right, and unify those areas. There don't need to be anything extravagant there. So. Now, how about I give final darks here and very rich hair. Just to emphasize that beautiful flow of hair here. All right, and here lose it, like I lost on the other side, and bring the background back. Do you see what I mean? And that defines the hair. All right, okay, I'll leave it because he's getting tired. The portrait is getting a little bit too much. As in too many interventions, and I think he's lost the freshness, but I'm closer to the likeness, and that's good enough. Today, 10th of 11th, 11th of 10th, 10th of 10th. I'll see you on the next one then.